Hey everyone, welcome to the Oasis Podcast. I'm your host, Miss AJ. Thanks for tuning in. An oasis is something that provides refuge, relief, or a pleasant contrast, and that is exactly what you will find tuning into the Oasis Podcast. This is a space where I and special guests will be cultivating intentional and honest conversations about life's journey. Subscribe everywhere you listen to podcasts and watch us on YouTube now. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? So I'm back with another episode of Things I've Learned to Be True. And this one is actually going to be about accountability, which I know you just heard an episode about accountability. But this one is more centered on accountability and perception. My truth moment is, no matter how good a person you are, you're evil in someone's story. And so what does that mean? The fact is this: when you've done the work and you've looked at maybe your relationships always go left when you want them to go right, and that's intimate relationships with partners. Maybe your friendships always go right when you want them to go left. The fact is, I'm sure both parties had a hand in where the relationship went for sure. And the reality of the situation is, you could have really actually been a pretty good person or a dope person. But someone is always going to view you as you were the problem. And one, hopefully that person is also going to be truthful and honest to themselves about the situation. However, it's a very real possibility that they're not. And you need to make peace with that. And I think that's part of being accountable for yourself, is really acknowledging, you know what? This shit ain't work out. You know what? This shit went left. All right. Here's my part in that. But I think the next step in accountability is making peace with the thought that, yes, you didn't do the best, or maybe you did a good job, or as good a job you could have done, but owning and accepting that other person, they may not see you in the way in which you saw you. They may not take the situation in the way that you took the situation. And unfortunately, that is the price you'll have to pay for being accountable, for owning your shit, and fucking growing. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Oasis Podcast. I hope you were able to find something that resonated with you on your journey. Don't forget to subscribe everywhere you listen to podcasts and YouTube. Rate us and leave us a review and comment on Apple Podcasts or iTunes and YouTube. Share your favorite episode and like us on Instagram and Facebook. If you have any questions, comments, want to be a guest, or have show ideas, contact us at ajaysoasis@gmail.com. That's AAYJAYSOASIS@gmail.com, or direct message us on Instagram or Facebook.